Okay, so we now understand the initial configurations of the cloud. Initially understanding means like what exactly cloud, how many types of models of cloud, how the things actually work in a real world. But till now we did not touch upon few of the things. Okay, few of the things like how practical it is going to be looked in with the service. Okay, actually when we talked about virtual machine, when we talked about virtual servers, when we talked about compute engines, when we talked about EC2 instance. Okay, so the first service which is available into the cloud, it is your EC2 instance. EC2 instance. This is actually your first service which we are going to talk about. EC2 instance. This is actually the first service which you have to understand, which you have to formulate or use it for your assignments also, right? So when we talked about EC2 instant, what exactly it means? It is nothing. It is just a server or virtual machine itself, right? That is the first part. Now let's say let us log into the console. So you can log in through console.aws.login also, or you can just say AWS login, console login, and click over here. And I'm just clicking over sign in. Sorry, sign. Okay, so now see this part. It is asking me sign in as an IAM user. What is IAM? That is, we are going to talk in very last when we come into the AWS classes. As of now, you just understand IAM is something which having a limited set of permission. Okay, so what we'll do, we will click on sign in user root email. Sign in user root email. Okay, so let's say I'm having an account DevOps with Ranjit at the rate gmail.com. Even I'm not sure whether it is working or not. And the password is rst at the rate dm1. It is not working. Rst at the rate dm1. Okay. So skip for a now. I don't want it to keep it as of now. So this is your cloud region. Everyone is able to see the screen visible. People over the call, everyone is visible, right? Yes, no, visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is the first thing which is you have there into the cloud, right? Now let's say the first thing what you have to do it. For example, in my thing, it is going to Europe region. I want to go to Mumbai. Okay, first start from here only. The first thing from the screen itself. Now, so if you see over here, this is a region. Region means country wise. In each of the country, there is one lab is available or two labs or three labs. It can be depend on the country to country level. So let's assume there is a country called India, and in India there is a lab is available into Mumbai region. Under Mumbai, there will be three labs is available right now, a data centers which is getting used to access any of the component. Okay, then you have in North Virginia, these are places in a real place. Okay, then you have US is Ohio region, then you have California, then you have West. Okay, then you have Asia Pacific, Osaka, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo, Canada, Europe, Ireland, London, Paris, Stockholm, and Sao Paulo. So these all having a different locations where the labs is available. And you might be having a question that there are multiple locations are there, but some are not available in this one. Why that is not available? The reason is why it is not available because it is a free tier account. Free tier account means which is having a limited set of options available for the customer to explore what exactly it is there. And they have given a free trial account in only those countries where the number of consumers or users are very high, right? So they can explore it in this particular region to understand and get to know what exactly these regions are there. Remember, when someone asks what is region in AWS Cloud, regions means a specific country where the data centers are available into the specific areas over there. Clear this part? No. Now come to over here. For an example, here the naming convention have been mentioned. In the first thing, the name have been mentioned. Generally, when you get into the organization, it is not with the naming convention. It is not with the name part. Mostly the resemblance will be going to be happen with the account ID. Always remember when you proceed further in this ladder, when you proceed further into this ladder, what is going to be happen? Naming conventions will start going out from your day-to-day routine life. It will go and move towards the account ID front. Everything will be moved towards account ID front. For example, you are creating a Terraform script also, so you should be using the account ID over there. One more thing now. Here, as of now, if you see, come in. You guys were not there from last 2, 3 classes, right? Huh? Oh, what happened? Okay. What about you? You also? You? Everyone together? Going forward, please remember whenever you are going out of the station or anytime you are taking a leave, please let me know. Okay. Fine. Fine. Coming back, your laptops did not get it today. Okay. So, hmm, account ID. What exactly account ID? For an example, in an organization when you are working, there are different type of accounts you will get it. Let's say there is a approximately of 3 lakh of employees are there, and with the 3 lakh employees set, definitely one AWS account is not possible. So there will be n number of AWS accounts will be available over there. So in that particular scenario, every account is getting managed with the help of account ID itself. Okay, account ID will be the unique ID for the specific account in which that particular business unit works. For an example, based on this one business unit, so that will work under this particular account ID. Fine. The next thing over here is your console home. This is your console home looks like. I'm not going to talk about, I think I already talked about the billing part and all, right? So that part is I already discussed. If something, a bill you got it, so you just have to raise a ticket over there. So that is I'm not going to talk it. Now, let's see. This is your browser. This is your console screen over here. Okay. Now when we come into this one, this is the first window where if I'll click on all services and click on view all services, what exactly it is there? This is the set of the applications or service is available into the AWS cloud. Okay, if you see over here, this many services have been given. So if think of around 100 plus services are there into the cloud formulation. But do we really need to learn everything? Do we really need to have an idea on each of the component? The answer is no. It is not mandatory to learn everything into this tech stack. Only the things you have to learn it which is actually needed at the product level. If product say okay, this much is pretty much fine, then it means it is going to be developed and configured. Now, the first thing, the first service, which is actually we are going to talk about, that is your EC2 instance. That is your EC2 instance, which comes under compute means something which is we have to create at the virtual machine level, which have to create at the operating system level. That is actually the compute. Under that, you might see Lightsail, Lambda, Elastic Beanstalk, AWS outside. But when we talked about AWS solution architect, AWS solution architect as a basics or professional, the first certification. Remember everyone, AWS Solution Architect is a basic or professional. When we talked about that certification or that syllabus, at that time there are few categories which we are going to discuss. That is only will more than enough to get you into the industry, to get you into the job. Okay, so that first part is EC2 instance. One more thing which I want to discuss over here. If you go bit down, completely down, Hmm. If you see over here, this is the section developer tools. In first to second class, in the DevOps classes, I discussed this thing that, okay, what kind of DevOps you are learning. In that particular class, I discussed that what kind of a DevOps you are learning. Are you learning an AWS DevOps? Are you learning an Azure DevOps? Are you learning a normal DevOps? So there I have mentioned that you are learning a general DevOps. You are not learning specific towards the cloud DevOps. Cloud you are just using as your lab to make your understanding clear to do the labs over there. If you if some person is going to learn AWS DevOps, let's say, so he will be learning these tools: code commit, code build, code deploy, code pipeline. Remember, when we are going to learn DevOps classes, in there is a specific pipeline called Jenkins pipeline or CI/CD pipeline, but they itself have their own pipeline which they are talking about and doing the configuration. Fine. So these are the AWS based DevOps tool which have to learn it. There will be few openings you will be seeing it where it is clearly mentioned that we are looking someone who is for AWS DevOps. Then you have to read the tech stack or the skill set what he is asking actually, and then you have to apply it. If it is asking for this particular thing, so it will be very limited job openings. AWS DevOps, Azure DevOps is very limited job opening. You have to look for a position as an SRE, as a DevOps consultant, as a cloud architect, as an like for example, professional experience, as a cloud engineer or cloud solution. This is the you have to remember. Now, now for an example, this is the first service today which we are going to talk about. EC2 instance, elastic compute instance. What does mean actually? Does anyone know what does mean of elastic compute? What is the meaning of elastic in a general way? What do you think? What do you understand with the mean of elastic? Hmm? Expandable. Very good. What else? What exactly it means elastic? What exactly means elastic? Elastic means which is stretchable, which can be stretched to at any instance. Okay, it means it can be extendable to any of the range whatever we want it. Okay, for an example, if I'm creating one server, I'm creating one virtual machine. In that particular state, for an example, if I have created something at 2 GB RAM, something at 4 GB RAM, okay, at that front, what is going to be happen? I can extend it to more, right? I will go little bit late into the theoretical part. I just want to showcase you something on the practical part. Okay, so the first thing when you are going to launch this is the first console. This is your cloud console. This is the AWS cloud console. Similarly, where there will be Azure console also. Similarly, where there is a console of GCP also. Google Cloud console will be going to be there. Here, if you see, there will be few options are there. Like this is the global view, events, instances, instance types. What is instance size and everything? I will talk about it. But just see this configuration. If I'll click on launch instance, okay. If I'll click on launch instance, at the first window, this will open and ask me few of the components. What exactly now we are doing it? We are actually trying to set up one server into the cloud. This is what exactly we are trying to achieve it. You might be thinking why we are not talking about theoretical. We will talk. This is a very vast topic which we are going to talk it. But to make you understand what exactly this server look like, that is very much important. So let's say I would just giving it as a name. First EC2 server. Just hold on for a creation. I will tell you how to create it also. First EC2 instance server. This is the naming convention. Okay. Now what exactly it is there? At the right side of dead end, it is asking number of instances. Means how many virtual servers or virtual machines you want to create it. In a single shot, I can create multiple EC2 instances. Let's say means multiple servers in a single shot I can create it. But the number of instance I'll create it, the number of money I have to pay it. So I just say it as no, I just want to keep it as one. I just want to keep it as one number of instance. Then it is asking me, okay, what is the software image? Image means AMI. AMI means your installation file. AMI full form is Amazon Machine Image. Same thing I told in a VMware, it is your ISO image or OVF image. Remember? Same over there. So what I will do, I'll go over there. As of now, let it be whatever it is there. I just keeping it Amazon Machine Image only. Then what exactly it is asking? Okay, what is the virtual server you are going to use? What is the instant type? This is a very vast uh, topic which we will talk it about. Amazon offers a different type of sizes of the systems. Different type of sizes means like, okay, for example, laptops are there. So laptops, one can be of 2 GB, one laptop can be of 4 GB, one laptop can be of 6 GB, one laptop can be of 8 GB. So that way, Amazon have categorized into as a name called it as instant type. Okay, so we have as of now keeping the default one t2 dot micro. I don't want to change it. Fine. Then it is telling that okay, firewall. What is firewall? That we'll see in the downside. Now come back again to the section. Just see where we started. The first section, what we did, we just given a name first EC2 server, and the number of instances is one. Now, now go over down. Over here, it is asking for application and OS images. The same thing which is it is showing at the right side, right? What exactly it is showing? Amazon machine image. Amazon machine image. Let's say I don't want to go over default. I just clicked on browse more AMIs. I just clicked on browse more AMIs. Clicked in. Okay, and let me zoom out a bit. And after that, what I do, I have seen that okay, these are the reference AMI. Always remember, Amazon also will showcase you some reference AMIs over there, which is now visible. But I want that okay, why it is not showing me all set of AMIs or all set of images over here, right? So if I'll go over communities AMI, if I'll click over here, what exactly it is going to do me? It is going to showcase me the all set of operating systems. Where it is showing me here and to the left. What exactly it is? Linux, Unix, Linux, CentOS, Debian, Fedora, Gentoo, macOS, OpenSUSE, other Linux, Red Hat, SUSE, Ubuntu, and Windows. This means all set of operating system where if I see here, it is showing me some references that okay, these are the references operating system. You can choose it, but definitely company don't work on references, right? Company works on their operating system, whatever they wanted. So here, if you'll see, there it is showing the set of operating systems available over here. Fine. So from here, you can choose one of the operating system, which product support. Let for an example, I have given one assignment in DevOps class for the database installation in Red Hat. So for example, if now they want to choose Red Hat, so what they are going to do it, they can go and select Red Hat, and on that basis, they will take the operating system image. Image means downloadable file, a binary format, something which they have to plugged in or to configure it, right? So as of now, we don't want to go with any of the components. We'll go over quick start AMI, and whatever company is offering right now, let's make it select. Let's make it select. Once you select it, it will go over here and it will showcase verify provider free tier eligible. See, when we say free tier eligible, it does not means free. It means there are some costs will be involved. Once you cross that limit, after that cost is going to be added into the system. So make a practice. Once you're done with your part, just delete the server or make it stop completely. Stop, I will show you how to stop it also. Right? So now what exactly happened? It give you an option that okay, boss, you have chosen Amazon Linux 2023 AMI. Though it is older, actually it should be 2024 also. It is quite showing 2023, and it just capture few details. Now you have seen this is AMI ID. This is an AMI ID. AMI ID is a unique reference of the operating system which is actually available for any of the OS. This particular AMI ID will again going to use when you move again above into the ladder and when you are doing a Terraform configuration. At that time, you are not giving directly EC2 instance detail. You will be going to give AMI ID details into the code itself. So code will read AMI ID. It won't read any other component. It will read AMI ID metrics that okay, this AMI ID belongs to Amazon machine image and I have to configure it. That it will understand it. Clear? As of now, you are going to the UI and clicking everything. But at that point, you are not going to the UI. You will just click the AMI or ID over there and configure it. So this is the another part which you have selected. So what you did, you just given a name first EC2 server. Then you came down, you have selected the machine image, and then you come down. Now over here, it is asking instant type. Here it is asking instance type. Instance type basically is some component or a practice where you will have an ability to choose what kind of a RAM you want into your system. Instant type is to choose RAM. You are going into into, let's say, HP store you went in, and there are multiple laptops are available in front of you, and you ask that okay boss, show me the laptops. So what you will do, you will take, he will showing that, okay, sir, this is the first laptop. RAM is 2 GB, CPU is 2 CPU core. Okay, so no, this is, for example, I said, no, this is not the right thing. Show me something else. So again, he will show, see, this is the RAM of 4 GB and CPU is 8 CPU core. Like, no, this is also not needed. Again, further he move it. So instant type is your configurations, how much configurations you needed for your system, that is actually called it as instance type. And this is the first instance which is coming as t2.micro is falls under general purpose instances. We will talk about in detail. Find this thing. Now now when we go over there, again you see it is mentioning as free tire eligible, that okay, free tire eligible, it is there this type. Now go down. Now it is asking another component called it as key pair login. Always remember, whenever we talk into the AWS cloud, there is key generally going to be created. Key means a unique key which is used to access the server. In a VMware, when you are in an office network, generally key is not required. Your username and password is more than enough. But when we talked about cloud, then definitely your key is needed, right? But we can remove that dependency also. We can remove that dependency also in a going forward class when we understand how to create a username and password for the account. But for a while, you have to understand that key is needed. So let's say I'm going over here and I'll say just create a new key pair. I'll click over here and I'll say create a new pair. I'll say first server, first server. If you see over here, it is asking a key pair type is RSA. That is a security algorithm which actually it is going to use it. And then it is asking a private key format. It can be .pm or .pkk for the putty session. So putty is very basic tool. Generally, we should uh, use for some purposes, but I will show you some another tools today to use and create the server. So let's say we want a .pem file. Okay, we want .pem file, and this key file you should be secure it until unless you are using a server. So let's say .pm I have used it, and I'll just click on create key pair. So what exactly it is asking me to store. So I'll just say first server, and then just please save it in the download section. So what exactly it is there? It is going to be downloaded. Now now come down. Now it is asking for a network, because definitely you are creating a virtual server. See how we started when we started. Assume as of now, in a theoretical or a visual way, we were having simple box available there. A normal box was there. In normal box, we just used, first we provided RAM, we provided CPU, right? This we provided the operating system. As of now, we did this part. But after that, we definitely need a network also, right? To connect or to use that server itself. Any server which you are using, it always need a network. Any laptop, if you want to reach to the internet, you need a internet connectivity over there. Fine. So let's say as of now it is going and telling that okay, what is the network you are going to see? What is VPC and all? It is very detailed topic. As of now, just understand we are using one VPC which is already offered by the AWS cloud. That is the default VPC or default network. For example, Basant is providing you a network Basant 5G or 5DZ or BDZ. That is a network which is Basant is providing. You have not created that network, right? That is a default network which you are using it, right? After that, it is showing that okay, subnet. What exactly subnet you wanted? So for an example, let me make it as an added, and let's say I said that okay, whatever subnet. Subnet means, for example, we are in Mumbai region. Now understand this part, very important. We are in a Mumbai region and we have choose the default subnet, what it is actually default VPC, what exactly it is given it, and it is giving me a range 172.31.0.0/16. It means in this range of network I have to set up my virtual machine or virtual server. This 172.31.0.0 is your CIDR range, okay, which actually is a range of the networks where you are going to communicate to the server, right? Then after that, what exactly it is showing me? It is showing me three subnets over there. Why it is showing me three subnets? Because within Mumbai region, within Mumbai cluster or within Mumbai data center, there are three availability zones are there. Means in Mumbai, at three different places, these labs are available. For example, in Bangalore, if I'll say the labs, let's say one is in Marathali, one is let's say in a Silk Board, and second one let's say in a Hebal. For an example, just a random example. At these three different locations, that labs are available. That clearly statement it means it is availability zone for my labs which is available. Clear this part? So in that way I will be choosing, like like for example, if you read over here, availability zone AP hyphen south 1B, availability zone AP south hyphen 1A, availability zone AP hyphen south 1C, right? Now how it is resemble, go over here in Mumbai and see this is what exactly it is showing. AP hyphen south 1, the primary master is AP-South 1, which is categorized as Mumbai region. And under Mumbai, if I'll see, there are three labs: AP South 1B, AP South 1A, AP South 1C. So I can use under Mumbai any of the availability zone to set up my virtual server over here. So let's say I opt AP Zone hyphen 1A. AP South 1A. What is subnet? What is VPC? It's okay. As of now, just no need to worry about. I will showcase you on that part also. Fine. Now go over down again. Now it is asking, okay, auto assign public IP. Auto assign public IP means one way is that you are going to give a manual IP. That okay, I will type the IP. But if you notice over here, this IP is getting automatically assigned. Same in a subnet also you have seen automatically this IP have been assigned, right? So this will give you a feature that okay, you don't need to worry about the IPs part. Cloud itself will take it. Though when we talked about VMware, though when we talked about the cloud infrastructure, at that front, what happened? We have to define the things, not cloud infrastructure, sorry, the local and on-prem environment. We have to define it. So now let's say I said that, okay, now boss, you do one thing, you only assign me the IP according to the CIDR range. Okay. Now come over down. Now come over down. Now it is asking me create a security group. Security group is basically in a layman language for just today's knowledge is that something which I want to secure it. I want to protect it. For example, if that is my entry door of my home, so there will be a guard who can keep checking who is allowed or who is not allowed to access that gate itself. Okay. So what I will do, I'll just give it as a name. Let's say Sheet security group. Copy it and description as of now. I'll just keep it as control security. Fine. Going down. Now I have given a name and the default one I don't want it as of now. I will create my own security group. Fine. Now go over down and then it is asking me the next question is configure storage. On the top of it, you already selected CPU, you already selected RAM, but you have not selected storage at that time, right? In AWS EC2 instances or in a virtual machine or a server, what exactly it happened that when you create the EC2 instances, it asks you an option which kind of a storage you want to use it. In EC2 instances, in servers, there are two type of storage or three type of storage. One is your instance storage, one is your instance storage, second is your physical storage, and third is your EBS or EFS based storage. These many different type of storage is available into your virtual machines or virtual server. Okay. Now, for example, I have choose default. Let's say, okay, 8 GB is more than enough for me, and I want this much only into my system. Fine. Now I go down. Now after that, what exactly it is there? It is asking me for the advanced detail. Advanced detail. For an example, okay, whether you want to pass any domain join directory in this system. So this is an additional configuration which they ask it. Okay, so it is depends again on the use cases on the project basis what exactly. So as of now, I'm not going to talk about this thing because it is not needed for you. We will talk about later. But one thing which I want to showcase over here is that in a free tier it includes 750 hours. Means if you have 750 hours is available of T2.micro or T3.micro, then there will be no charges going to be included. If it will reach more than 750 hours, it will go and add in cost. And 750 hours very less. When you start using the lab, it will just vanish very fastly. So it is just a number which they are going to showcase is highly chances are their bills will come. Just raise a support ticket and that will reimburse. Now now we have defined, now you see what we have defined. We defined the name, first EC2 server. We define a image, okay. We define an instance type. We created a login pair. We use a network, assign IP we created, and we created a security group. These are the few components we did it. Now what exactly we want to do it? We want to create a instance. So what we'll do, we'll just create on launch instance, launch instance. What exactly it is now going to do it? It is going to create a instance. Okay. Here also. Now you might be seeing over here successfully initiated launch of instance, and there is something called an ID it is showing. This is called it as instance ID. Till now you have seen three things: VPC ID, AMI ID, and this is the third component called it as instance ID. It means again when you go into the ladder of higher experience, you should be using these all the things: VPC ID, AMI ID, and the instance ID into your reference. Fine. Now what I'll do, I'll just click it from here only. And what exactly it is going? It is going me or taking me to the window screen where exactly this is coming in. So let's say this is your first screen of the cloud. This is your first screen over the cloud. So what exactly it is giving you? It is giving you a name, instance ID, instance state is running, instance type is t2.micro, and the status is initializing. What exactly means status is? It means AWS itself keep checking a security test or a software test to see whether the servers are working fine or not. It keeps checking those server details. Okay. Until and unless this server is not coming into running state means this is not ready to utilize it or access it. Okay. After that, what exactly it is showing? It is mentioning the availability zone, in which availability zone is this server is available. After that, what exactly it is showing? The DNS name. DNS name. What exactly that DNS name? I talk about this thing. Either you can access this via IP or you can access it via the domain name or the host name or the FQDN, fully qualified domain name. It means it can help you to reach to the server with that particular component. Fine. What is elastic IP? We will talk in VPC. What is IPv6? Not required. Monitoring will talk. And now the security group which we have defined. Now, right? So what we have to do now? Now we have to monitor the status check until it is coming into the running. So what exactly it happened? It shows that okay, 2 by 2 checks pass. In some scenarios, worst scenarios, I would say, this thing can be failed. This thing can be failed and it is not getting into the checks pass. Okay, it happens actually. But now let's say it is passed for us. So this is the first thing which we are going to get it. This is the thing which we are going to get it. Now, if you see over here, it is showing that this is the public IP address, this is the private, okay, and this is the DNS that is available over here. As of now, we are working in a public domain because we have chosen the default VPC, whatever it is available right now. Now server is ready. Now you want to connect it. Now you want to reach to the server. So to connect it, you should be having multiple options to connect. To connect it, you're having multiple options to connect it. So when I click on connect, when I click on connect, the first thing here you should be focused over here is the user. Say first thing, what exactly it means? It is that the instance ID is this one, the connect type is EC2 instance, and the public IP address is this one. But if you notice over here, the user is EC2 user. In a Linux, generally the default user or the major user is root. Remember? But when we create a user in Amazon, the first user which you are going to see it is an EC2 user. So you should be using EC2 user instead of a root user. If you are going to use as an root user, you will be see failures over there. Fine. Now let's say I want to connect this server. I want to connect this server, this particular component. So what exactly I'm going to do it? Let's say I'll use Mobextem for a time being. Mobextem for a time. Mobextem is not there. Okay. Let's say download Mobextem. Download Mobextem. So this is one of the tool instead of putty. This is one of the tool which having a lot of features available which you can use it. And I like say okay download now and download the home edition. Portable home edition. You just download it and let's say I say into the downloads and make it as save. Have not done any rocket science, just downloaded the file, okay, and putting this location into the chat. So you can also download from this location. Okay, you have to download Mobextem today. Then you have to download is remote. Bit slow. Okay, another which you have to download it remote and to use it that I'm going to tell you guys that is not an issue. You have to download these all tools today at home. Okay, one is you can find over here and remote engine download. You can download over here. Another tool which you can okay, I think same. You should be taking a stable MSI. This you have to use it. And another tool to download today is download download SSH client. So you should be having an option to access it via PuTTY, Mobextem, and remote ng and SSH client. 4 different ways. Till have might be PuTTY, right? Whoever is completed the Linux classes session, Mobextem also. Which one? Power server side and CMT. So, but at the professional level, if you're going to use it, use M Remote NG. It will give you a very high preview view. Okay, and you can use more maximize and for this, then it will be the SSH to use it. Fine. Let's say downloading. Okay. Let's say instant system. If I'll use this bitwise SSH client, bitwise SSH client to use it, and different normal normal tools whatever errors also or logs if anything go wrong. Now what exactly it is showing? It is showing that okay, things which is available. For example, I don't want it. I just reset profile. Reset profile. Let me clean over here. So what exactly it is asking? It is host detail. Okay, what exactly your host? So where I get it, I'll go back over and I'll go to my instance which I get it, and over here I will be getting the public IP address. The first thing which I'm going to get it is my public. And I'll go pass it over here. This is my. I said the username when you click on what I will do. Next, what else? What is the default port, Sharon? What is the default port for Linux? Come on, guys. Yesterday only I have told. Be louder. If you are telling right, also if you don't speak louder, then how it is? The default port is 22 only. That's correct. And which is the protocol for Linux? SSH. Fine. So means the host is enter, port is enter. That's the reason we are telling it as SSH client. See, everything have a reason behind it, right? Screen is not visible. Is it? Is someone joined online? Okay. Bitwise is visible at the screen. Can someone join over the Skype once? How come it is not visible?
Yeah, visible, sir.
You are able to see Bitwise, right? Everyone? Visible, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So now, what exactly Bitwise is showing over there? Bitwise is showing at the screen. Yes or no? Is this is visible or not over the screen? The Bitwise SSH client screen. I think it should be showcase. Not showing. This particular thing is not visible over there. Huh? Not security. Huh? This is visible, right? This window I just want. Window, right? Fine. Fine. So what exactly it is showing? Host it is this and port it is showing. Now what exactly it is going to be done in this particular scenario? If I'll go over here and I'll just pass the username. Now it is asking if I'll just click on logged in, it is going to throw me an error that okay, this is not the right instance. So what exactly I have to do it? I have to choose elevation method. Means how you want to connect it. Now you want to connect to the server, but how you want to connect to the server. So I would say that because I have already downloaded the key. Remember, we have created a key over there. So I would say that okay, I will connect it via public key. I will connect it via public key. Then it is asking me, okay, can you pass me the client key? So as of now, we have not passed the client key over here. So it is showing me auto. So what I'll do, I'll just do an arrow. Okay, I'll click on global one as of now. Or rather than client key, I have not passed it. So what I will do, I'll just click on client key manager. And I see that, okay, there is some keys available, global one name, but this is not the right key. Maybe this is something an older key. So what I will do, I'll just click on remove. I'll just click it on remove. So after that, what is going to happen? Just close it. And if you see over here, nothing is showing. What I did, I passed the host name, host IP, port I have passed, username I have passed. Till this part, anyone have doubt? Host I have passed, port I have passed, username I have passed it. Fine. Then I have choose that what way you want to connect it. You want to connect it via password. You want to connect it via password plus KBDI. You want to connect it via with any other approach. So I would say I want to connect it via public key. After that, I know that, okay, there is no client keys available over in this system. There is no client keys available over the system. So what I will do, I'll just click on client key manager. I'll just click on client key manager. After that, it gives me an option, generate new, import, and all the option. If I'm going to generate new, I can able to create it, but it will be going to be differ from the AWS to the or to the local one. Okay, and if it is different, if the certificates are different, they won't work. So what I now need to do is I need to import it. I need to import it. So what I will do, I'll just click on import over here, and I'll say go into the downloads. Go into the download section, and I have created over here this file. Remember, while I was configuring an EC2 instances, it asked me create a key pair. So I have created first server.pem, and I just selected it, and I just make it as open. And it is asking me that, okay, client key is not a password protected. Okay, this is the algorithm. SHA-256 and MD5 is the security based algorithm which is getting used by the certificates itself. And the name is global one to make it more recognizable. I'll just say import it. I'll just say make it imported. And after that, I'll just simply say, I'll just close it this window because I already imported. After that, if I'll go down, now it started showing me the certificate, which I created just now as global one. So now what I passed host, I passed port, I passed username, I passed the key also. Now, in that particular scenario, it should work. I have passed all the scenarios, I have passed all the things. Let's say, let's click on login. Let's click on login. So now if you see over here, it is trying to make a SSH connection. This is your local. This is not any server, nothing. This is just an application which you are using to connect to the server itself. And server is your 13.214.136.172.1.9, which you just now created over here, which you just now created over here. See, the IP is same 13.214.117.219, and this is also 13.214.117.219 using the port number 22. Now you understand why I was talking about port number from last few days continuously into the classes, because it is trying, this is the IP and it tried to reach on this particular port. This is the reachable server point. Now if you see over here, what exactly it is showing, it is connection to fail. After passing everything, still it got failed. Why? Because we have not defined anything at the security group level. That is the reason failure happened, right? What is security in detail, that we will discuss, but for a time being, let's say this is your server. Details you have, let me make it more big. Details you have been seeing over here: VPC, subnet, public IP, private IP, everything. But if I'll go to security over here, I have not defined anything in this particular area. In this particular area, if I'll click on security groups, just click on this security groups which we created. Remember, I just created Ranjit security group while configuring an EC2 instance. I have created a door, but I forget to enter the lock, as well as I forget to enter who is going to enter into this home. Let's say many PGs and many colleagues having one biometric thing, right? Means who will be the authorized access, he will put his finger and able to enter it. So I have set up the biometric by naming as Ranjit Security Group outside of my operating system. But I have not defined that okay, who should go and who should not go. That only I have to define it, right? That is called security groups in a form of AWS and firewalls into the case of VMware. Now, so what exactly I will be going to do it? I will be define a inbound role to reach to this server. So what I will do, I'll just click it on edit inbound rules. I'll just click on rules. I will click on add rule. Okay, I will click on add rule. Now understand what is the action item I want to do it. I want to make a SSH connection to the server. I want to make a SSH connection to the server. So what exactly I want to do it? I want to pass a parameter as an SSH because I want this connection. On top of it, it is asking for a protocol TCP, means the data will be going to be transferred over the TCP protocol itself. The port range it is showcased as taking as an 22, which is for SSH. Then it is asking source. Okay, source means you are telling a server which having an IP 13.214, which is this one. This is your destination. Remember that that example I have showcased, destination and source example, where I said that source is something else and destination is something else. So now it is asking that boss, okay, what is your source? So source, if I'll put anywhere, let's say anywhere if I'll put, so what exactly it is going to say it, like from whatever IP you are going to use it, it is 000, I'll take it. If I'll try with my IP, what exactly this my IP means? This is my system IP. System IP means this laptop IP. How you can see it, if I'll just type over here is what's my IP. If I'll go over there and I'll just click over this one, see your public IP addresses, and let's say it is connected over here. It is showing 49.207.240, If I'll go over here and see 49.207.200.140, this is my IP of my system, which is connected with this internet, which is the broadband internet. If you see over here, you can see it is connected with the broadband internet. Why it is showing Chennai? The reason why, because they have this basin having the headquarters at Chennai. That's the reason it is showcasing as the broadband over there. Okay, so this is your my IP. So let's try with this one if it is working or not. If not, then we should be switching to 000. So I'll just say it as okay, fine. Okay, in a description also you should mention this is for the SSH connection rule created. So what exactly I have did it now, that okay, this is the this particular rule which I have created into this component is for SSH communication. Now what I will do, I'll just click it on save rules. So once I created a rule, you can see over here that the security group with an SSH connection I have created into this one. And but where it is associated? It is associated with my EC2 instance itself. It is not for newly something. It is for my EC2 instance only. I have created over here. If you see over here, security group, and this is the rule. Now, if we'll go again back and if things will work fine, I'll just click on login. What exactly it happened? Now it find that everything is fine. Everything is fine. Now it is asking to accept the certificate. What happened now? Understand this thing very clearly. One certificate is in backend getting stored by AWS that you have created Ranjit key certificate. Another certificate you passed into local, which you downloaded, right? One is downloaded, one is already there into the AWS which you have created. When they both will match, they both look together, then only this communication is going to work. Always remember, if the certificate is wrong, if you're passing the wrong certificate, communication will fail. Communication is not going to be happen. Now when I say accept and save, it created. So it means what exactly it is happen. Okay, receive algorithm first kicks in started login. Hmm. So now what exactly it happened? It is finally able to authentication completed. In Movaxterm, in any other tool, you might not be able to see this kind of a log details, what actually happened for the first time when you are connecting a server. So if you see over here that, okay, this have been done. And after accepting only what it happened, it asks for new terminal console. Terminal used for your Linux server or desktop used for your Windows server. So if I'll click on new terminal console, what is going to happen? It will just open a console of Linux server. Now, if you see over here, it opened as an EC2 hyphen user. EC2 hyphen user. It means if I just want to change it, I just pass sudo space su, make it clear, and this is the first server which you want to see. You can check over here by using a command cat etc os hyphen release. It will show you the details of the operating system, that okay, this is Amazon Linux version 2023, ID is Amazon ID like Fedora, version ID is 2023, and rest of the details it is going to available to your system. So now what exactly you are not using application or you're not using any tool. This is your server, this is your server which you have now accessed now accessed on on the local box. On the local box means using, again I am mentioning, using SSH client. Using SSH client, you are able to access EC2 instance in local. Once if I stop the server itself, means if I'll go over here over the cloud and if I'll make it stop, what is going to be happen? This connectivity will fail. This connectivity will fail. So these are Mobaxstrom, mremote ng, UT, such client, CMD, PowerShell. These are just these are just a tool for accessing the server. Your major thing, whatever is happening, that is happening at this level. You created the server. Now you start doing whatever action you want to do it in this particular component. Whatever action you want to do it, whatever things you want to do it, that will give you a visual view now in this area. So it means, for an example, if I want to perform anything, I should go over here, okay, and I'll just type cd/opt. This is the directory. This is the directory. I should pass ls or ll to or here if I it out over here, I'm not able to understand it. It will just delete every, it will just delete everything. Network issue happened. So if you see over here, shutting down is going on. It means it is into the process to delete the server. So what exactly it is going to happen? Whatever you have created, whatever you have configuration you have created, it is one by one, it is deleting it. Instance, it is deleted. You might have created one security group, so it will be there. It is going, you have to delete it manually. So for example, I have created Ranjit security group. So I'll just click on actions and I'll just say delete security groups. So what is going to be happen? It will delete this security groups over there. What happened? We have created one key pair also, like with the name of first server. So for example, I don't want it. I just want to delete this one. I don't want to create it. So I just, what it is asking, type delete into this one. I'll just choose delete and I can click delete over there. It will delete it. For example, anything else it is there? No, I don't think so. Anything will be there. I'll go back again instances and I'll just again type this one. Once it reaches to the stage of terminated, it means everything has been cleared. After some time, this terminated view also will go out from there, but it will take some time to do. So this is the first general purpose EC2 instance as of a type of T2.micro, which we just have seen. So one by one, we will create few more instances rapidly, and then we will see how things are working over there, and we'll do some small activities at that component server level itself to see our routine practices. So please carry your laptops now every day to do every day some task over the servers itself. With theory, you will understand the practical also, so we will be more handy. But today's task, download mobile system, download Bitwise, download mremote ng, and download SSH client, download putty in your systems, configure it. Everyone having the laptops? Everyone having the laptops, right? A to Z people. Fine. So please bring your laptops. Everyone created the AWS account. I already shown that day, right? So from tomorrow onwards, morely we will go over the practical and theoretical. I will be keep dictating also into the class. Fine. Any doubts, the people over the call? Fine. The people who are, just one more update, the people who are from the offline batch, please don't miss the classes. Please be available over the classes. It is important now, or else you won't understand. And if you don't understand this part, in DevOps, you won't understand. That is for sure. You are going to see over there. Fine. Okay. Thank you.